Hi guys, Michelle here with My Flipping Life with Retique It. And I know I haven't done a long form video in a while, but in this video, I'm going to catch you up to speed of what I've been doing. And just to give you a little snippet here, we have been building our family's modular/custom home for the past year. And this is our family mountain home. So what I wanted to do in this video is just share the whole experience and give you some 5 takeaways at the end of things that could help you if you decide to take this little adventure, and things that could maybe help you through the process. So to start out, I just want to say that the whole experience was very positive. And, there were some things that I probably would change if I could go back, but, that's life. That's the way things work out. But I did want to say that we did choose a lot of builder grade items for our main floor, which was the modular part. And what we're going to be doing and what we have been doing is redoing them with Retique It. So you'll get to see a lot of our transformations using Retique It and putting a wood finish on a lot of the surfaces. So that's going to be fun. And I just wanted you to kind of go through the experience and the adventure with me. It's really fun, and I think you're going to enjoy this whole little journey with me that we've been taking footage of and how it looks now. And remember, this is a work in process. So stay to the end, and I'll give you my 5 takeaways. Check this out. Hey, so I got my snake boots back there, and we are getting ready to see these modular 3 boxes dropped off. They're going to put it at the bottom near the creek. So I have to admit, I was nervous and anxious and excited all at the same time at this stage. And a couple things were that they had to block off some roads. As you can see, this is a very large modular. It's 3 boxes. And we were also trying to figure out if it was going to rain or not and if they were going to be able to continue. So those were the issues that we were dealing with. So what I didn't realize is that the process of bringing in the 3 boxes would take more than one day. They actually needed the first day to bring in each of the 3 boxes and place them beside our creek. And so we actually needed an extra lot to put those in. So I'm not really sure how that would work if somebody had less land. I suppose that because they were going to the mountains, it took more time. But on this first day, they dropped them off beside our creek. And then on the second day, as you'll see, they lifted them up. But we did have to deal with some rain, which was unfortunate. But they were all troopers, and they kept on going. Look at that. I didn't realize how much I would be able to envision what the house would look like in the end. And everything's kind of all put together, so you can get a good picture for how it's going to start looking. And that was the exciting part. I really could get a sense for how the whole house was going to come together right at this stage. I am super excited because we are finally getting the chance to see our modular home finally be put down. We have waited so long for this. I'm a little nervous because I don't know what to expect completely, but you're going to see what it's really like to have a modular home be put down in the mountains.
So first of all, I'd just like to take a moment to emphasize how huge this crane is. It's enormous. And we had to find a spot on top of a hill to park our truck so that we could video this, so that you could get the full experience of how amazing this process is and how very close it gets to the other house. So keep in mind, you might want to get to know your neighbors and prepare them for what they're getting ready to experience as well.
So as they're moving this box around, I would like you to pay special attention to the inside. What's really cool is you can see that there's so much of the house that's actually finished already. You can see that there's doors in, partial flooring, stairs, even the island, and countertops. I was amazed that even the fireplace, as you can see on the right, is in the windows. It's pretty amazing that when this day was all finished, you could see the house felt like it was 80% done. You could walk in it and it felt like a home, but there was still work to be done. And so I want you to just sit back and grab a cup of coffee and watch this whole process. It's pretty interesting. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed, but the cloud coverage is definitely changing. And unfortunately, we live in the mountains, so the weather changes at the drop of a hat, and you're about to see it change.
Ah, yes. And so now the rain comes. One thing I will say is that the workers were very diligent to work straight through the rain. They got the job done, and I was very impressed.
As you can see, they had to get a very large tarp to put over the top to protect the modular from getting wet. And once the rain stopped, then they were able to pull it off and raise the roof. Now, this is the part where our home really starts to take shape, and it goes from looking like your average mobile home to a custom stick-built home. The dormers arrived on a trailer pre-built, and all they had to do was put them on the roof and secure them. Once the roof was completed, then they put the shingles on. And there you have it. It kind of looks like what I imagined. But, you know, this whole process was very satisfying, and seeing the whole transformation was pretty fun. But I kind of got ahead of myself, though, because I didn't realize there was still quite a bit of work to be done. Actually, about 3 more months of work. So we were kind of disappointed that we didn't get to spend Christmas in our new home. But we didn't want to rush the process and wanted to make sure everything was done right.
The secret society will meet here. All 1,700 square
You
feet.
could actually have group meets here.
You could. It could be really big. Wow.
Video of the mudroom. Here's... And this is a door you don't want to go out until there's a deck, because it's a drop. Here's where the washer dryer goes. And this is another door. There's a little bit of a drop on.
So this is the septic tank?
The septic's over there.
As my husband James shared, we ended up having to budget for quite a bit of decking, but I will say that the decking made the house so much more beautiful. It was quite a bit of an expense, but it's something that had to be done because, as you could see, we had some major drops. All right, so I'd like to do a quick shout out to Chance with Chance's Homeworld on YouTube. He was the one who first inspired us to get a modular. I loved watching his fun home tours, and so my husband and I decided that we would go on the adventure of touring the modular homes that Vanderbilt Homes offered in Sanford, North Carolina. The process of touring the homes was really fun, and if you can tour the over 20 homes yourself, I would highly recommend it. But if you can't, you should check out Chance's channel so that you can see more. But now, with no further ado, I'd like to show you our home now, after we've moved in.
Hey, come on in.
Well, so if you've gotten to the end, I think you probably enjoyed this whole process of just seeing what it was really like. And just the transformation, I think, is satisfying to watch. I'm still decorating. I'm still going to have lots of projects to do, and we're still going to be adding on. Now, this is our family home, so it's going to be a very large home. We have a lot of kids, and I think we really would recommend doing this if you do have a large family, because large homes that are custom and that, even tract homes, large homes, those are going to be really expensive. So this is a way of saving money, but I did promise you those 5 takeaways. So here they are. Number 1, I know a lot of you get into modular homes seeking that out because you think it's going to save time. Well, let me tell you, it did not save us time. It probably took a little longer, but here's the reason why. I would say that it will slightly save you time if you are just putting it on a slab, but we put it on a basement. And if you want to see the whole experience of what it's like putting it on the basement and what it ended up looking like, I would invite you to subscribe because it's going to be fun. You're going to see that whole process. And we're also going to show you in the fall our addition on the top floor to add a lot more square footage and a very large master bedroom. But it took us a couple years. And I think that it would be cut in half or maybe slightly more if you didn't do the basement part. So as far as time, I hate to break it to you, but it's probably not going to save you that much time, maybe just a little bit. As far as saving money, I definitely would say it saved us at least a couple $100,000. What we ended up with was a semi-custom house. And the basement was custom, nicer quartz countertops and things like that. And, do custom showers and bathtubs and our own flooring we picked out. But, with the modular part, you're kind of stuck with what the options are that the modular home builder gives you. So for that, what we're planning to do is upgrade those things as time goes on. And we're going to be sharing videos with you so you can see what that's like and how you can save some money. So yes, you definitely can save money with a modular home, and I would highly recommend doing this if that is something that you're looking for, and most people are these days. And also, you'll want to buy your land first, and that was a journey for us, just the adventure of seeking out land in the mountains was very fun and scary at the same time. And I could talk to you more about that later. That was an exciting path that we took with that, but we have a lot of grading to do. And grading is something that can get expensive. We did a lot of grading. We put retaining walls up. And that's something that a lot of people don't think about when they get land and when they're putting a modular down. So that was the second item. The third item, pay attention to your contract. There's things in the contract that we didn't understand that were in there until later on after we closed. And one of the big ones was that they didn't actually paint the interior for us. That wasn't part of it. And so that cost us an extra $15,000. All they did was prime it. So check your contracts, find out the little details of things that may not be included. Your landscaping is not included. That's something that could cost a lot. You could go with the basic landscaping, but just really pay attention to all the little details of extra things that you might not think about. But painting is one of them. I'm not sure how that works. I know not all of the modular home builders are the same on that. So just look at the contract, check that out. The fourth item, back to your landscaping and grading. Just make sure that you're prepared to have a muddy mess, basically, because it's not like you're moving into a tract home or, one in a subdivision where they have their cookie cutter, landscaping that they give you right off the bat with, sod. You're not going to get that. You're going to have to gradually do this after you move in. It's not going to be as easy of a transition into moving in. So if you're the type that wants it all finished, moving right into a nice finished house with nice landscaping, you might want to wait to move in until you get a landscaper in there. And just keep in mind that that's an extra expense that usually isn't included. Now, I can't speak for all of the modular home builders. We used Vanderbilt Homes, and that's not included with their package when we purchased it a couple years ago. The fifth takeaway would be get to know your neighbors in the area. When you buy land, I would say get situated and get to know the area and get to know the neighbors. And there's a big reason why. When you get ready to bring this house in, are some serious things that could affect them on the big day when the modular gets brought in. It's basically everything kind of stops that day. Roads can be blocked off. It's going to be a little inconvenient for your neighbors. So I would say really get to know your neighbors and the people around you and the land that you purchased for your modular. And you just want the whole experience in that day to be really exciting and fun and not a big disaster where you have arguments with your neighbors. So for us, it went very smooth. We got to know the area. We stayed in some Verbos that were Airbnbs that were local. And we got to know the people and the stores and all the things that were well known for that area and what we were kind of getting into. So, and we love it. I have to say that we love it. And I am very excited to share with you all the things that we have planned. We're going to be putting in a pond in the backyard, terraced gardens. We're going to be showing you our upstairs large master bedroom that we're going to be putting in. Now, keep in mind with the Elite 10 that we got, you can choose to finish that top floor, but what we're choosing to do is do it on our own. And we are going to show you in other videos how we redid, or not how we redid, but how we actually planned out and designed the basement on our own and how we did that and what it looks like now. So I invite you to like and subscribe so that you can see all of the exciting things that we have planned. And for those of you who watch this channel to see all of the Retique It transformations, you're not going to be disappointed because we have a lot of Retique It transformations. We're going to be turning all of these builder grade surfaces into a gorgeous wood finish. So I think you're going to enjoy that. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.